Love. Such a complex subject. It might make you watch the sunset or walk along the beach. It might also make you lose your focus. Yes, love. Would you like to meet a few people who have a thing or two to say about love? Ulysses, young, passionate, naive, desperately looking for the woman he proposed to who just ran away. Tell us about it, Ulysses.
I don't know. I was supposed to meet up with her and she kind of rejected me on the spot.
Did she run away?
Yeah, she ran away and I didn't understand it. She said she loved me, so I don't get it, you know?
Oh, poor Ulysses. But nothing could make him give up on finding the love of his life.
I've given up on trying to find her.
Never mind. Look at this face. The pitiful face of a young soul crushed by love. I'm sure he feels like he's been stabbed in the... Now we meet Julie, a young woman living in Northern California who has a thing or two to say about love.
Love is knowing when... Love is not about ownership. It's knowing when to let go. When I was much younger than my 90s that I am now, at least in my soul, I'm 90. Anyhow, when I was young in my foolish 20s, and those of you in your 20s may scoff at me and say, "I'm not a fool. Maybe you were." No, my friend. We are all fools when it comes to love. I was in love with someone who was struggling badly from one of their previous relationships, and they were just wallowing. I filled out one of those little response cards for them, saying that, I'm interested in your university. And so they were so excited because to them it was like out of the blue. They received these pamphlets from this art university, and they were so excited. They were just like, how did they even know about me? And there was just this new spark of life in them, and I was sad because I knew if they went, they'd be leaving, the town that we lived in. But it's what they needed. They would have just died if they would have stayed here. Their soul was just being crushed. So they accepted, and they were able to go off to university, and they never knew. I never said anything. So as far as I know, they don't know that there was a little extra miraculous intervention, which is love.
Oh, so terrible. So sad, this thing we call love. You can see it if you look deep in her eyes. Look closer, assholes. Now we move to John, age 10, talking to his grandparents, smiling. This is John now. His wife died years ago from a rare form of cancer. He comes to the same park every day and sits in his thoughts. His lonely thoughts. John's lonely thoughts.
Why are you filming me? Whoa!
Perplexed by our filming him, you could tell John had not had a proper conversation in many years. The pains of love. For our thesis, we'd like to leave you with the closing thoughts of this young woman, who had this to say.
Love is a bunch of bullshit. Love is a bunch of bullshit. Love is a bunch of...
Ah, yes. We find this ending to be slightly pessimistic and have decided to elect a more positive ending to our film. An unknown woman drinking a coconut while being filmed by her lover. They say if you look deep enough in her eyes, you can see the joy of love. Let us look. Do you see it? Are you looking? I can see it. Maybe this thing we call love does exist after all.